And for this reason,
people are now prohibited from making snow angels. They bring grave tidings, and they serve no god. I'm Barry Biev. This is Baile na Gótrin Radio, keeping you company in the small hours until the end. I want to spend this segment talking about hobbies. You see, this might be my old age kicking in, but I thought certain hobbies were age-specific. Stuff like playing bridge, begging teenagers to donate their youth, knitting, crocheting, all those. But our Alice has asked me earlier where I would buy some yarn. And it's that kind of open-mindedness that I hope leaves my rigid kind of thinking in the dust. Do what you want. If it's weird, even better. But more importantly, if it makes you happy, if it hurts no one, keep it up. Be you. And be awesome. Not really much going on today except the big thing. If you don't know, just look outside at the sky. Aside from that though, it's just a normal day. But I was thinking about something when I went to the cinema. I was watching that horror movie that everybody's raving about. But horror really doesn't do it for me since I moved here. I can't even remember the name of the movie. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about Baile na Gótrin opening its borders to the wider world. And what struck me is what didn't come to mind. I wasn't thinking if Baile na Gótrin was open, could Mr. Light get in? Or could the blue rot fungus get out? I wasn't thinking about the poor souls who think the clock tower is just a clock tower. What I was thinking about is how many horror movies will get terrible reviews for being inaccurate. Isn't that mad? We are going to get more listeners whether the world is ready for us or not, and I'm thinking about representation of what is watching you from the shadows. Strange times are coming. Times that'll change the world. Hold on to those little things while you can. Okay, look, I'll address what's going on. So this is the first show that's happened during the day, so that's a nice twist. The sun and the moon are travelling backwards across the sky, and faster than they travelled the right way. It'll be the start of the morning soon, so some of us need to be up for work. But if the day ends where it starts, does that mean This is really, really confusing. I really hate time shenanigans. What else is going on? Damn it. Okay, everybody, we have an ad to get through. There's nothing I can do about it. They paid in full, and the script doesn't breach any of our parameters, so we have to broadcast it. Back in a moment, and I'm very sorry. Are you feeling obscure, alone, not quite like the rest? Wish you could change that? Brilliant scientists, Juan and Coilette Descrant, are the best people in town to fix it. Their knowledge of the human genome has made outstanding breakthroughs against afflictions such as being a sanguivore, lycanthropy, or being mortally challenged. Treatments are quick, easy, and can start as soon as today. Simply go to Descrant's Rectification Center on Thyme Street, sign the waiver, and your genetics will be studied as soon as possible. Remember, at Descrant's Rectification Center, nothing makes you more special than being like everyone else. I'm not doing another take of that. I've read all the words. I'm going home. I'm done. Apologies again for that. So we have reports of cats writing messages all over town. And they're saying things like, beware her power, and save me, and I'm a real person. And according to the missing animals database, yeah, Petronella is missing her little Xander again, as well as her other cats, Xena and Xavier. Are we doing a clip show here? Now, Petronella may want her cats back, but personally, I don't think certain animals should be owned. So I'm rooting for this trio and their escape. Avoid sending emails from the local library. Xander may have a sore history trying that. Also, did you notice how they're all... Petronella, why are they all X's? They're not... Petronella, they're not, are they? That's sick. That is sick and demented. Speaking of Petronella, our phone line seems to have been switched off, and I've just received a very long, very passionate text message from Petronella. But life is about living, not reading blocks of text. So instead, we have a message from one of the town's newer members, Matthew. He asked us to wish a happy birthday to Lucius May. Well, Lucius, have a very happy to you from Matthew and all of your friends here in Baile and Gótrin. Matthew also wanted to know what exactly the new name was. Oh, you wouldn't know, would you? Okay, yeah. For any of our newer members, you've heard us worry about the new name and all it could do. It's about time we had a refresher course on it. Don't you think? This town was like any other. Creatures, man, shadows and light, living hand in hand. But as time went on, we started to believe only in what we could see. We lost faith in the forces people like Petronella borrowed from. And we put our belief in steam and steel. The Shiafra sisters say that we lost faith in the ring and we moved on to the cross. The world started to forget the unbelievable things that lived here. And in a world that doesn't believe in you, that doesn't believe you can continue, eventually you don't exist. So a sort of bubble was built around the town, so it wouldn't forget. Now this bubble you can't see or touch, but inside, we never forget what lay under the beds or told us our fortunes. The new name is the name the town would have had if it had evolved with the rest of the world. This new name, whatever it is, undoes our town, and it reverts everything to as it should have been. A consequence of this is any interaction this town has had on the world is also undone. If you came here, now you never did. If you live here, now you live somewhere else. Put very simply, think of it like timelines. There's one timeline where weird and wonderful things live here, and the new name changes us to the other timeline, where we forget what flies overhead. 3 books to make a town, and 1 name to break it. Petronella has sent a much smaller message. It's my fault, Barry. Alright, you have my attention. Please, continue to take accountability. I'm excited to read this. How about you? She says, I was more powerful when I was younger, so I tried to grapple with time, but without the proper literature, I rewound the clock for the entire town. I need my familiars to set things right. Well, time going backwards doesn't seem so bad. Personally, I'd weigh the freedom of those cats over the flow of time. Maybe there's another way. Maybe you could go to the shelter and find some willing cats. And you know what? We get to relive some of the quality moments from this town. Do you remember the flash mob? Or the day the king, at the behest of the Shiafra, came to Baile and Gótrin? What's he calling himself nowadays? He's that short guy, always on the news. He takes his dog everywhere. What is his name? Anyway, Petronella has graced us with her shortest message she's ever sent to this station. Remember Phil. Oh God. They'd all come back, wouldn't they? Dozens died and that was us winning. And we only won because they thought we'd never fight back. We wouldn't surprise them a second time. They would hunt us down and they would kill us, and they wouldn't stop there. With the world knowing where and what we are, with the bubble opening, Phil would spread like a virus. They'll spread to a world that didn't believe in the famished fiends like them. And the only people who would preach the truth would be the children. They've always understood the dark better than the grown-ups. By the time the world listens to the children, their beds will be empty and their cots will be quiet. People, I am so sorry, but those cats need to return. Xander, Xena, and Xavier. I know this isn't ideal. Xander, I haven't forgotten about you. But freedom comes at the price of the entire town. There are better days to do this with a smaller cost. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. But to save the town, we need to save you another day. People, we will be dealing with disturbed graves, with monsters we thought would stay dead. Even the stragglers who used to be in Fwill don't want them back. They're happy being complacent members of society. Okay, Petronelle has just sent in a picture of 2 of her cats. I'm guessing that's Xavier and that's Xena. We just need to find one more cat to save this town. Okay, look, I know you're looking, but let's get crafty because Xander does not want to be found. What do cats need? They need a home. They need somewhere warm, food. Okay, what else? Once you get past the necessities, entertainment, I suppose. Did anyone buy one of those scratcher poles recently? What else do cats like? Yarn. Did anyone buy... Oh no. I know who has Xander. Alice, I know you're listening. We need to talk. We roll back the clock and your dad comes back. I get that. Really, I do. Because I look into the eyes of the man that I lost every damn night in this station. We can't touch him. We can't speak. He's gone, but I can't let him go. And I know what it's like to scream in that amber, in that state where your heart can't move. And we live in a town where unbelievable things happen all the time. But of all the things this town could give us, neither God, nor man, nor beast has the power to give us what we want. How the hell is that fair? We loved, and we were loved. And these men, they raised us. They taught us right from wrong. They showed us that we mattered. Maybe even on nights where no one else did. So Alice, if I can't convince you, then take this from me to you. I'm a hypocrite. Because I understand. And I do the exact same thing. Do you know why my guy behind the glass is always there? It's because if I had a Xander, I would let you all burn. And I look at those disappointed eyes and I'm not the friend he left behind. I'm just what is left behind. And I look at him and I see my heart breaking. I'm not his friend, I haven't been for a while. But you are always your father's daughter. And I know this because he's not here. He has no unfinished business. His best work, you, is completed. It's in pain and would rather destroy the town than go on without him. But it is good work. You are good. We are here to be missed one day because we are loved today. That is the deal. This pain meant he mattered. It meant you and him were good. And now, it's time to be good on your own. Staying here in this agonizing stasis, it's no way to live. It's not even a way to die. This loss, it's not fair, but it's our expense. But when it becomes the expense of others, that's not what he would have wanted. He raised you better than me. Look, I'm about to sign off, but I'd like to see you if that's okay. Because no matter what you decide, the world is going to come apart. And it's nice to have friends around when that happens. Trust me. Next time might be the last time, so I've been Barry Biev, you've been Baile and Gótrin, and we've kept each other company in the small hours, but now I hope you've enjoyed the show. You've been listening to Baile and Gótrin, made by me, Jacob Wordsmith. If you enjoyed this episode, there's appropriate buttons to press and boxes to write in to show your support. You can also follow the show on its socials, which are Baile and Gótrin on Instagram and Baile and Gótrin on TikTok. As well as that, if you want to get a closer look at the production, or maybe get involved in the production, the Baile and Gótrin Patreon page is there for you. Oh, one more thing. Thank you for coming to town.